let's make one line facing outward from the carpet facing me. Point is straight. All we're going to do is we're going to take our stance on the right side, left foot forward, and we're going to crescere forward. We're going to do, say, 7 cresceres. We're going to do it as I call out the numbers. Now, take a note where your front foot is. In fact, everybody try to get it pretty much in the same point. We're going to do 7 cresceres, then we're going to do 7 decresseres going backwards. Now, the kicker is, you'd really like to have your crescere and decrescere be about the same size. Why would that be true?
So you know your distance.
Be more specific.
That way you can control your distance, you know what's going on in the fight around you. You can control, as you're retreating, as you're advancing, you know how much distance you're covering with each step.
Okay, that's close. If my cresceres are larger than my decrescere, which is usually the way it is, then as I advance into the fight, I go faster, but I don't get away as fast. That's not so good if you're responding to your opponent's tendency to crescere in also. So what happens, you're taking smaller steps, they're taking bigger steps, and suddenly you're in range. So we're going to take 7 forward and 7 back. Get ready. And crescere. Crescere. Check, make sure you're not gathering. Crescere. 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 And crescere. Okay, now we're going to decrescere. Remember, the back foot moves first, then the front foot. No gathering. Ready. Decrescere. Decrescere. Good. Decrescere. 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 Check where you are. See how that works? Okay. At the very least, you should know that your decresceres are smaller than your cresceres. But you should try to practice it so that they become the same. Okay. In addition to the crescere, that's how we manipulate distance in a small way. So we use the cresceres. If we need to move a little bit more aggressively, we do a passi. Now, for the sake of the argument, let's charge our right hand as if we're going to punch. On the passi, all you do is you step forward, but you maintain that hand charged as if you're going to punch forward. It's not that the punch is already discharged. That's something different. That's the mezzo volta, half turn, which uses the same footwork. Now, all you're doing on a passing step is you're transitioning from porta de ferro basically on one side to porta de ferro on the other, just like we were practicing on the right and left. That's the passi step, but I'm still coiled up and ready to strike on this side. So let's practice that a little bit. I'll call passi. Ready, and passi. Whole step should be on the other side now.
My left hand.
Just like that. Okay, we're all coiled up. We're going to knock my teeth out as I come back. Okay, good. All right, ready, and passi. Now be sure that either way, that same hip is charged. Doesn't matter which one it is, just so it's the same. Okay, now check down, make sure you haven't stepped into a line. Fix your stance if you need to. The first time you're doing this, especially while you're trying to learn this continuous stuff, if you're fighting your step and you do step in a line, well, go ahead and fix it. Make the fix. It's better to fix it than to sit in a place that's wrong. Okay, ready, and passi. Good. Keep your hips forward. Yep, you're still.
This is a cross bar.
Oh my God.
This is a cross
It's
bar.
just, you're not going to use the passi as much as you will the mezzo volta, but I want you to get the footwork first. And it's important to draw a distinction between the two. If you're doing a mezzo volta, which we'll do next, you would have thrown the punch and now be ready on the other side. But it's a different thing. If I have a sword and I want to step into the fight, I don't always want to change sides as I'm stepping. So I want to step in with a passi. Ready to go. Good thing it's easy then, huh? All right. So as you step in, it's just a simple, I change my stance right to left, but I'm still charged. Ready to go. Why don't we get wasters? It'll be a lot easier to sit. All right. Now, for sword position, don't worry about it too much, but let's hold it as if we're going to strike hard on this side, something that would be like the German bomb fire or something. It can also be something down here. I don't know, that's fine. Just so you've got it coiled up ready to go. When you do your pass away, you step forward and the sword stays pretty much where it is. Upper body should stay as it is. Boom. I don't change it. Upper body stays the same. The reason that's true is that as I'm advancing into a fight, I want to maintain my control, but I can swing it on the side if I wish. If I want to change sides, sure I can do that, but I now change my hips. I've done a mezza volta, a half turn. Very different. A strike, incidentally, is simply a mezza volta. All I've done is change sides. So we're very close to work on the twin sides of the strike. But for the sake of this step, the passare, however you wish to look at it, keep the sword up there, ready to go, and just step into it. Now check your stance after you've made the step. I'll call them out. And make sure you have not stepped into a line. That is the most common mistake. If you do this in the course of fight and your opponent chooses to close to the gioco stretto, the close play, you'll find that you'll have all sorts of disadvantages. If you do it right, you're set up and ready to play. And it doesn't matter what they do. Okay, ready. And passare. Okay, check your stance. A little left. Ready. Are you ready to strike? Good. And passare. Okay, good. Much better. Much nicer. Okay, and passare. Good. Something when you make on this side, you step right. Your step on the other foot is perfect. There you go. Ready. And passare. Just need one more. The legs should form that pyramid, triangle. I think everyone's got it. Okay, ready. One more. And passare. Okay, now maintaining that same position, the tornare step is simply reverse passare. All it is going backwards. And of course, it's just, as you'd expect, it's just moving the front foot backwards, and now your other foot is forward. You're looking at hips, and still be coiled up and go far going forward. So we're just going to go backward. Same thing. Ready. And tornare. And check your stances. On the tornare, it's very common to not actually step in the line, but actually cross the feet, believe it or not. That's not the best retreat you can do. Ready. Tornare. Let that front foot be. Yeah, there you go. See, that's a one. Good. Ready. And tornare. Okay, good. Ready. And tornare. Good. Ready. And tornare. And tornare. Okay, good. That's fine. Okay, now we're gonna shift that. We're now going to do the same thing. This time we're going to do a mezza volta, half turn. It's the same thing, except now the hips go. So if I had the sword down my waist, boom, I've just changed sides. And you should feel that if the sword is down there, the strong side is going to be the back edge. So if you have the sword up, what that would translate to is it's either a strike, now I've changed hips, or you could say just drop it over your head, and now I'm ready to go on the opposite side. So we're just going to drop it over our head because we're fairly dense packed in here. It is a little bit of a, just while you're doing it, I'll do it a couple times so you can see it. As it just drops over, boom, now I'm ready to strike on the other side. Very small motions. The more efficient and elegant you can get this, the better off you'll be. Okay, ready. And mezzo volta. Good. Now be ready to really break a pumpkin or something on the other side. Okay, ready. And okay, ready. And mezzo volta. And be conscious of the power here. You need to have it stored up in your hips. That's potential energy in your hips. Always maintain that potential energy. As you unwind, that becomes kinetic energy. Okay, ready. And ready. And mezzo volta. Half turn. Ready. And mezzo volta. Now check your stance. Everybody gets hung up when you get a sword in the hand and suddenly forget it.
It's easier to cross farther with the sword moving too.
Yeah, great. Ready. And mezzo volta. Okay, good. You see that it should just become a very natural shifting of the sides. Not too much in it, but your dramatic change. check down on your hips. Should be your left hip right now, where you've got it. Ready to power the blow. That's where it's going to come from. Okay? Yeah, the right arm is exposed. For the most part, that's where you sit.
It's West Kingdom, it's okay.
Yeah, that's right. Ready. Mezza volta. Okay, there's no separate term for going backwards with the mezza volta. You can do a half turn either way. The essence of the mezza volta is that you're changing sides of the fight. You were on the right, now you're on the left. If I'm executing a throw, for example, if I'm throwing somebody, I'm on the right, now I'm on the left. And incidentally, most wrestling stuff can be figured out if you just think, God, I would like to do a throw, but where do I go? Just find an efficient way to get to mezza or porta ferro on the other side, and you will by and large do it. That seems to be a principle that goes throughout the wrestling dagger and the gioco stretto with the sword. Okay, so let's go backwards now with the mezza volta, making sure we're not crossing our feet or stepping the line. Ready, and mezza volta. Good. Ready, and mezza volta. Good. And mezza volta. Ready, and mezza volta. And one more short mezza volta. Mezza volta. Now you see the difference between the mezza volta and the passerelle? The footwork is exactly the same. But what you're doing with your hips and your body changes. There are two other voltas which we'll do very quickly. Volta means turn, can also mean time. You'll see this is in the treatise where it says, give a little volta to your sword, a little circle. What you're doing on this, you can actually see where your body does make a half spin. That's all you've done. And you can do it forwards or backwards. It's one of the core movements that we need. There are two other turns that we don't use as often. One of which is the volta stabile, the stable turn. You've got your stance on the right. All you do is on the balls of your feet, push back until you're facing something like this, 130 degrees, like that. Why would that be called a long sword post-up? If I'm up in one post-up, let's say I'm in porta ferro mezzana, and I shift, now I'm in coda longa facing the other direction. The system works in 360 degrees. With very small movements to the footwork, I'm ready to go. Very efficient. That's the easy way to change direction. There you go. The other one is called the tutta volta, the complete turn. All it is, sounds complicated, you take one foot and you pivot on that foot and change directions. So if I'm on the right side stance and I wish to be pointing that way, that's all it is. It doesn't specify exactly what angle you go to because that's tactical. It depends on what the opponent's doing.
So you
You
don't
can
do
go
like
front, back, anything you wish. You can be tutta volta this way. The essence of it is that the pivoting foot does not move, it does not slide. All it does is pivot. The one thing it does do, of course, is the ball of the foot will allow it to turn. But you don't want to get into the habit of sliding with the thing. Because if you do that, then you're sliding towards or away from your opponent.